Welcome everybody to my first official YouTube video when it comes to sports. Welcome everybody. Just sit down, sit tight, get some popcorn, and you Jacksonville Jaguar fans, I know you clicked on this video. I know you did. You know why? Because you should. This is your man's right here. This is your franchise. Your franchise now relies on this man right here, Trevor Lawrence. That man right there, that's you guys. That's you guys. All right, Duval. Let's go. Let's get started with this video. All right. Well, before we get started, I know. It's old. It's old. Come on, stop it, Jose. Stop it, JD. Stop it. He's not a Jet anymore. I know he's not a Jet anymore, but he's a Carolina Panther, and once a Jet, always a Jet. All right. We want fans. We don't want to be too toxic. Remember, people like people who want to sign with the Jets. They look at, oh, that's how they treated Sam Darnold. Yo, I'm not trying to go to that franchise. So let's be a little nicer. All right. He's in Carolina. I'm always going to support my boy, Sammy. He was our savior at one point. Now he's Carolina's guy. So let's get started with Trevor Lawrence. All right. Where we got the measurements over here. 21 years old, 6'6", 213, 10-inch hands, and he runs a 4.78. I mean, the age is impeccable, and the fact that he's still 21 years old and he graduated from college is just woo. That is big time, man. That is huge. That is big time. You get at least what you're gonna sign him to a 5-year deal, his rookie deal, and quarterbacks. I mean, well, the way that quarterbacks are nowadays, I mean, Tom Brady is like the max, bro. Like that dude is like 43 years old, and he's not gonna play until he's 45. So, I mean, that's a lot of football. 6'6". I mean, that's the prototypical height for a quarterback. Am I right? Then 213. I'm a little iffy on the 213. I mean, I don't want a 6'6" quarterback wearing 213. Maybe 220, 230 is better for him. But he does have 10-inch hands. You always want your quarterback to have a nice grip on the ball. Then 4.78 speed. That's terrific. As I said, Tom Brady. I mentioned him already. I think I mentioned the GOAT. He ran a 5.9, I believe it was. So let's not go too nuts on this. I mean, let's get to the negative because we don't want to be too wishy-washy on how great he is. I personally nitpicked on Trevor Lawrence because if you're the projected number 1 overall pick, you must be great. They're calling you the best quarterback since Andrew Luck, Peyton Manning, and John Elway, a prospect through the draft. Come on, bro. I'm going to nitpick as hard as I can. And to anybody who's saying, oh, stop nitpicking on him. Just do the analysis like you would do on any other quarterback. No. If Trevor Lawrence is this good, then he's not just any other quarterback. So I found this stat, and it's worrisome. PFF did their grades. This is PFF's grades on throws past the first read since 2019. Minimum of 60 attempts. Number 1, Justin Fields with a 90.6. Second is Zach Wilson, 90.1. Trey Lance, 87.2. Then that's the top 3, right? Then you go all the way down to number 7, and there is Trevor Lawrence with a 78.6. He's heavy. If he's heavy first read, that's an issue, yo. Because in the NFL, those are dogs, bro. In the NFL, those are grown men. Those are grown men trying to get paid instead of college athletes just trying to boost up their draft position. In the NFL, these grown men are trying to make a living. So, I don't know. For heavy first read, that's an issue. Then we got messy footwork. He doesn't have the greatest footwork. He just needs to work on that. Those are my 2 big issues with him. Remember, we're gonna go over all the negative. I'm gonna talk a little bit about his situational issue because it's not just him; it's the situation he is in, right? Can he be the beginning, middle, and the end for Jacksonville? That's the main question because Jacksonville is nothing right now. Let's be real. I mean, they have a rookie head coach in Urban Meyer, and God knows if he's going to be healthy all year. I mean, God willing, he's healthy. But the reason he retired from Ohio State University is because of his health issues. So we have to hope that doesn't linger. We really don't want that to linger. Because if that lingers, then that's going to be a main issue on, coaches out, bro. Like, who else is coming in? And they hired Brian Scheinheimer. We all know Scheinheimer, whatever. We know Scheinheimer isn't the greatest, quarterback coach. I mean, Jet fans know that. Seattle fans know that. We all know that. But he's not the best guy for the job. I hope Lawrence is good there, but can he be the beginning, the middle, and the end for this NFL franchise? This isn't a college team. This is an NFL franchise, big boy. You're going to be an international maniac. The Jaguars own Tottenham Stadium for the Tottenham Spurs in the Premier League, all the way in Britain, bro. Like, yo, like, this is huge. Like, people don't realize how much in the spotlight Trevor's going to be in. This is huge. Now, I understand people saying, oh, but that doesn't mean anything. The Jets are terrible. That's another conversation for another day. I'm talking about Jacksonville, bro. Like, Jacksonville, that's an issue. Because Trevor has to be the best. Trevor has to be the best. He has to be the best. But here is nice. Here's a little fact. When the highest quarterback rating on third down amongst FBS prospects is number 1, Justin Fields with a 90. And then number 2 is Trevor Lawrence with an 83. That's not bad. He's number 2 on the list. So that's something nice to look at. But can he be the beginning, middle, and end for Jacksonville? Remember, all the way in Clemson, he had an established coach in Dabo Swinney. He had Travis Etienne, Amari Rodgers. He had a great staff working with him. In Jacksonville, he's going to have James Robinson, who is a fantastic running back. Do not get me mistaken. He is Pro Bowl talent. All pro, maybe. But he's not as elusive as Etienne. You're not going to go, all right, say, check down. With Etienne on that check down, he's getting you at least like 20, 40 yards. James Robinson, that's not his game. He is a power back. He's going to run the ball through the middle. Maybe on the outside. But he is not... He's not checked down. You can't be checked down Charlie with James Robinson. You can be checked down Charlie with what's his name, Travis Etienne, because that's just how it works. Now, talking about Travis Etienne and Trevor Lawrence, here are Trevor Lawrence's stats with Etienne versus without. I'm gonna put the stats on the boards. On the screen. So if you guys can't, if I butcher the numbers, you guys got it right there. With the Etienne, he has 231 completions out of 334 attempts. The yards are 3,153 yards, 24 touchdowns, 5 interceptions with a 69 completion percentage. Now here is without Travis Etienne. 198 completions out of 301 attempts, 2,762 yards with 23 touchdowns and 65 completion percentage. One player has a 4% impact on your completion percentage. That's a little worrisome. And his yards went from 3,000 to 2,700. I'm nitpicking, remember. I'm nitpicking. That's not the greatest, but if Jacksonville just gotta surround him, man. Can DJ Chark and Laviska Shenault be those guys? Can they be that guy? I don't know. We're gonna focus on the positive now. He has a magnificent arm. Accuracy is just great. He reads the defense perfectly. Timing is sharp. Well, timing and anticipation is sharp this year, but you just have to admire the huge gap he filled going into the 2020 season. Because in 2019, everybody was saying, "Yo, he has timing issues. He's waiting for the receiver to get open in order to throw it." But now this year, he's leading the receiver to the ball, which is an issue that a lot of prospects have with. So thank God he got that sharpened up, and he looks great now. He made as I said, big development from 2019 to 2020. Great pocket presence. He's a graduate. To all my graduate fans out there who say, being a graduate doesn't mean anything in the NFL, name me one elite quarterback right now in the league that is not a college graduate. I'll wait. He's a prototypical quarterback. He has everything you want. Now we're going to go to the grading system. Oh boy, I split this up into 10 categories. Number 1 being injury. I gave him a 9. I was not going to give him a 10 because of the arm injury and the arm surgery that he underwent a few months ago. And he got COVID. I hope he gets that weight back, because before COVID he was weighing 230, 225. So hopefully he could get that weight up. I gave him a 9 for injury. I gave him a 10 for arm talent. I gave him a 10 for reading defenses. I gave him a 10 for timing / anticipation. I gave him a 10 for NFL readiness. I gave him a 9 for leadership, because if your father is saying that you could live without the NFL, that's very worrisome. You should not. If you're my NFL quarterback and you're my franchise and I'm putting everything on your shoulders, I don't want you to say, "Hey man, I could walk away from the game today and this won't mean anything to me." That's worrisome. Then I give him a 10 for size because, as I said, prototypical quarterback. 7 for footwork. I told you he has messy footwork. Hopefully he could get that worked on. When he gets that worked on, solid. 10 mechanics. The arm, the way he throws the football is perfect. And 9 speed. The only reason I give him 9 speed is because unless you're running a 4.41 40 time and you stumbled, unless you're doing that like Justin Fields, I'm sorry, you don't deserve a 10. I mean, you could be great at speed, but come on, stop. So that gives him an overall 94 grade from me. That is an A. Everybody should be happy with that. He's the number one. He's indeed the number one ranked quarterback on my ranking list. So come on. Yes, I nitpicked, but Trevor's still a great prospect, and any team would be happy to have him. So good luck, Jacksonville. My pro comparison before everybody comes at my neck. This is the athletic version. The athletic version, okay? The athletic version of Tom Brady. Whoa, what are you talking about? What? With Lawrence, he doesn't amaze you like Zach Wilson with his arm talent. He makes those throws that he needs you to get, that you need him to get. He throws a lot of checkdowns like Tom Brady. Very systematical, very smart in the brain. All right? Now, he's way faster and more athletic than Tom Brady. We all know that Tom Brady has never been an athletic quarterback or the best athletic quarterback in the league. But I think Trevor could be somewhere there in the mix. If Trevor could be anything like Tom Brady, Jacksonville will be a successful franchise. That is if they're able to keep him. I hope they are. I hope they're able to surround him with talent. He's number one on my list. 94 overall grade. Go get him. Go get him, Jacksonville. All right? Go get him. Do good with him. This is Jose, also known as JD on Twitter, signing off. See you, everybody.